welcome back once again to another episode of Second Breakfast, where we like our breakfasts with a little bit of shadow and just a hint of flame. I'm your host, Micah Quantz, and that was me channeling my inner Ted there. Because, yes, you guessed it, we are playing one of the most infamous quests from the Dwaro Delph cycle. Probably, possibly the hardest quest in the cycle. I don't know. It depends. I guess it depends on what kind of deck you're playing too. But yeah. So we're gonna take on the Balrog today. In our Shadow and Flame quest. And this is Second Breakfast. If you're new here, it's just every other week I try and record a video, do a little challenge, so that you guys can all play along with this challenge with me. It's basically similar to what they have on the Rings DB, the homepage. They have like a little daily challenge thing, but it's a little crunchier. It's a little more like I think I was on there today and there was like play a certain quest. It was the Black Serpent, and you have to play the Houses of Healing for free at least once, which is kind of cool. I don't mind that, but it's nothing that you really like. It's not really a whole thing to build a whole viable deck around. And it's anyway. I it's supposed to be a little more in depth, a little crunchier than the daily challenges from the Rings DB. So anyway, what we do here is we go through. I pick a random quest. I pick two random attributes for a deck that I'm gonna build, and then there's also a second deck that I pick two random attributes for. So then you can take your pick, either or, which one you want to build, or build both and play two-player or two-handed against the quest, and see what you can come up with. But it's just to inspire you to build new decks. Maybe think about think about how you can build outside of the box a little bit, and outside of your what you would normally use for cards necessarily, maybe. So yeah, that's what we're doing here. And this week, let me just pull up here what we had for deck attributes. So this week we have one deck is Tactics and Spirit. So you have to use Tactics and Spirit as your at least primary two spheres. Like none of your heroes should be off sphere for of they should all be Tactics and Spirit probably. And then high cost. So you're gonna want to fill that deck up with a lot of resource heavy high cost cards, which is gonna be probably tough because leadership is your resource accelerating sphere, and you also you don't have access to, say, Steward of Gondor or anything like that. And you also don't have Elrond Villia to get some of those high cost cards out for free. So that one might be a little tricky to pull off, but I'd be interested to see some Tactics and Spirit and high cost decks. And then the second one, this is the one I built, is going to be damage control and or reduction, and using Elladan and Elrohir. And you can use any combination of those. I've used, as you'll see in a moment here, I've used the two heroes. You can use a hero and an ally. You can use both allies. You can, whatever you want to do there for those ones. So those are going to be the decks for today. And of course, we're going to be playing against Shadow and Flame. So let's get that loaded up here. Honestly, by the time I was done my deck, I honestly didn't feel great about it. I don't have a lot of a lot of faith in this deck that we're gonna be able to pull anything off, but we're gonna try anyway. So yeah, sometimes I build a deck and it just kind of is a dud. Sometimes I build a deck and it gets added to my, you know, growing pool of decks that I'll use regularly in games. But yeah, often I just kind of have a dud deck and it just doesn't work super well. But it's trying different things that counts, and that's the goal here. So okay, so let's just take a quick look. I built this deck a few days ago, so I want to just take a quick rundown at what we got here. Basically, the idea is going to be, of course, Shadow and Flame. Basically, the idea is going to keep your threat at 0, so that you're taking as few attacks from that Balrog as possible until I at least get an Ancestral Armor or something on Elrohir where he can defend for 6, I think, then. Because he'll have +2 defense because Elladan's in play, so he's got 3. And then he is actually going to be master traded because why not? It's Shadow and Flame. So he's going to be actually traded with Master and have this inner strength on him right away. So that's going to give him extra defense. So he'll be at 4 defense. Plus I've got Arwen to give him another defense. So he'll be pretty beefy, having a lot of defense there. So that's the main goal with him, is to get a bunch of defense. I want to get a lot of attack kind of allies because I don't have much in the way of attack at the right off the bat. Would be good to see Nenya in a starting hand, and yeah, that might be it. So we'll do that, and this time, for the first time, I am using ALEP cards in a second breakfast video. I think I only have one. Oh, 2. A lesson in caution. Draw 1 card, then either reduce your threat by 2, or the next card you play this phase gains secrecy. And salvage supplies. This is a really interesting card because basically it allows you to use those characters. It's really cool because those characters you didn't use by the end of the round, it allows you to use them to do something worthwhile. Pull this salvage supplies back into your hand, and then at the end of the turn you're gonna be able to get resources you're gonna be able to get a resource for a salvage supply. So gives your characters a little something to do and gives you a little resource boost. So kind of a neat little card. So I put that in there as well. As far as this hand, I'm gonna mulligan it mostly because I don't see Nenya, and I really want Nenya, and I do not need 2 copies of Ancestral Armor. Also would like to see more attack and stuff in there. So I'm gonna mulligan this. Oops. There we go. Mulligan this hand. See what we get. Again, we don't see Nenya, but we see maybe Wandering Exile will help. Mithlon Sea Watcher. Be nice if there's an ally at the top of my discard pile. I can be playing, or I can be getting a good amount of attack out of my Sea Watcher. Obviously then Inner Strength is going to go into our hand. And then we're going to go ahead and draw up our first card. We're going to set up the quest. So remove Dark Pit from the encounter deck and place it aside out of play. Add Durin's Bane to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. Reduce each player's threat to 0. Reveal X cards from the encounter deck where X is 1 less than the number of players in the game and add them to the staging area. So that will be 0 cards revealed. And we're going to bring this all the way down to 0 here. Boom. Okay. So now we're going to start a round. See what we can do here. So, not tons. Obviously, we're going to be using Galadriel for her threat reduction and card draw. Especially right off the bat here without Nenya. Can't really do anything else with her. And so that's going to basically keep us below that one threat so we can avoid those Balrog attacks. And then I've got some tech in here to, you know, if we get a Doomed, I can play Elrond's Council or whatever. Like if I end up getting Nenya, I can end up using Galadriel for the quest. Whatever we do there. So, start off here. So salvage supplies is only going to be able to be played at the end of the refresh phase. So we will get to there, but not yet. Sneak attack. I don't really have a good ally to sneak attack, and I'll do that right away. So we got Honor Guard, Wandering Exile, both too expensive right now. Mithlon Sea Watcher, also too expensive. So Inner Strength is really the only thing we can play at the moment. And we're going to go ahead and throw that on Elladan or Elrohir here. Now, unfortunately, we can't commit Galadriel to the quest. So we're stuck. We kind of have to commit Elladan and Elrohir. We're froze up a little bit here. There we go. Just give me a second here. Okay, so we got 4 willpower. And there's 4 threat in the staging area. So he regenerates 3 indestructible. Players cannot play attachments on Durin's Bane. Durin's Bane cannot leave the staging area. Is considered to be engaged with each player whose threat is 1 or greater. And attacks each of those players in turn during the combat phase. So there's that. Okay, so we're going to start off. Each player must discard 1 attachment he controls if able, which is going to unfortunately be Inner Strength. So we are not getting that +1 defense. We're just going to reduce our threat elimination by 5. That's about all that's doing it for us this game. Which is fine, because we won't threat out. But we get 0 progress, we get 0 threat, and we come to the end of the round now. We're going to go ahead and use Galadriel for that card draw. Actually, can we do that? Let's look up a little timing thing here. Oh, come on. Okay. Maybe here. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna just go right to the end here, look up our turn sequence. So yeah, after we raise our threat, we can do our Galadriel thing. So we're going to refresh all our cards, raise our threat, and then use Galadriel. So basically, we're going to hit this new round button, which will do it all at once for us, but we'll have used Galadriel already, reduce our threat by 1, and draw a card for her as well now. Okay. So, oh, and sorry, we can also play salvage supplies at the end of the round, which is at the end of the refresh phase. If none of your heroes gain any resources from player card effects this round, add 1 resource to the pool of a hero you control. So I'm going to put that on Elrohir. And now we're going to go 3 from Elrohir to play this Wandering Exile. And then we're going to play a... let's do a Sea Watcher, because we're going to need some attack here. Now, these ones don't exhaust to commit to the quest, because they just entered play. So we're going to quest with them, but not exhaust them. Then we are also going to quest with Elladan for sure. And we may as well quest with Elrohir. Let's do that. So now we flip over the top card for our staging. Choose and discard 1 ally he controls if able. If fires in the deep, discard no allies, gains surge. So we're gonna discard an ally. I think I'm gonna discard my Sea Watcher, unfortunately. Because I need willpower more right now than attack. I'm not getting any enemies, so far. As unfortunate as that is. Okay, so then that's the end of that round. So we got 2 progress. We're going to do the same thing. We'll use Galadriel at the end of this round to grab our, and then we're also going to use our Wandering Exile to pull this salvage supplies back. And then we are going to use, so we're going to use Galadriel like we did last round. We'll pull a card with her and reduce our threat at the end of the round. Now, oh wait. Yeah, we could have played salvage supplies again right away, so let's do that. And put it on Elrohir here. Okay, so put it on Elrohir. Now we're gonna use the 2 off of Galadriel to play a Handmaiden. Just for the willpower, really. We need the willpower. So, and she's gonna be committed to the quest right away. And Elrond's Council. We don't need any of this yet. Yeah, okay, so we're good there. And then we're going to quest. And I think I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Again, I want to be able to deal with enemies if they come off the top of the deck. Oh no, and it's a Watchful Eyes. Great. Okay, so we're going to put this on Galadriel because I've been using her after the combat phase, at least so far. So we're going to leave that on Galadriel. And that should be okay. But then we get 2 more progress. And then we're going to grab our salvage supplies back and use it again right away. And put a resource on probably Elrohir. And then we're going to end the round. We'll use Galadriel in the same way we have been again. At the end of the round, to draw a card and reduce our threat. Okay. Now we're going to play another Wandering Exile. And then we're going to play an Honor Guard. We probably can just save up for Gandalf. We can sneak attack him if we want now at some point. We probably will at some point. We'll sneak attack him. So we're going to quest, though, with Wandering Exile. Doesn't exhaust to commit to the quest. Quest there. And let's again quest with Elladan. See if we can make a few more progress here. Counterspell. So attach Counterspell to Durin's Bane. Counts as a condition attachment with the text forced when a player plays an event. Discard the top card of the encounter deck. If that card is a treachery card, cancel the effects of the event. Discard the event player's hand and discard Counterspell from play. So that's not going to do anything to us yet, but it might hurt us big time in the future here. So then, yeah, I don't know. Let's go to a new round. Let's go use Galadriel the same again to draw a card and reduce our threat at the end of the round. Now, oh, and we could have used this to grab salvage supplies again. I'm not going to play that yet because that's not worth the risk of discarding our hand yet. So I'm just going to do this, play the Handmaiden out there again, get more willpower out there. So we're just kind of slowly gearing up here. Just keeping our threat at 0 and just kind of slowly building up to where we can take this quest on. So I don't want to sneak attack Gandalf yet either. I want to maybe do that next turn. I'm going to quest with both of my Wandering Exiles, and then in case we get an enemy, those are only useful in my discard pile, so let's discard both of those actually and ready both of my exiles, and then quest. She doesn't exhaust. Making 4 progress. I only need 1, so we're good there. I'm going to leave Elladan and Elrohir ready to go, and each player must discard 1 ally. So I think I have to discard my Honor Guard because the other ones are giving me too much valuable willpower. And now we make it past this quest stage. So new quest stage. Fire Demon is Durin's Bane, Doom of the Dwarves, and the new Lord of Moria. It cannot be destroyed by mere strength of arms. You must find another way to deal with this Balrog as it relentlessly attacks, sword and whip, weaving a deadly pattern of flame. Forced, if at least one hero committed to the quest this round, place 4 progress tokens on the rear guard, bypassing any active location at the end of the quest phase. If Durin's Bane has 0 hit points, advance to the next stage of the scenario immediately. Okay, good enough. So let's skip past the combat phase. Use Galadriel again to grab this card and reduce our threat by 1 after it's been raised, and go into a new round. Now, here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, let's do it. Because, yeah, if nothing else, I'll have Gandalf out of my hand, and then it'll come, I'll at least have a Gandalf still. Oh wait, no, I have a Sword Elf here. She can go in my discard pile, though. She's not that great if it's my only one out there. So she can go in my discard. And then all these events I don't really need. They're just nice to have on hand. I guess I may as well play my Honor Guard out here then. And get ready for this counter spell. So let's go ahead and trigger that counter spell by playing Sneak Attack. Now, I'm curious to what would the timing on this be? See if we can find. Oh, come on. Lotr Lcg counter spell. Of course, it's just giving me magic. Counter spell. Um. This will be a little interesting bit of info here. Let's see if we can pull something up. Because I'm wondering, because it's important now how this counter spell is timed. Does it, because it says when a player plays an event, discard the top card of the encounter deck. So is that when I play it, but before I resolve the event? Or does it trigger after I fully resolve the event? No, because it couldn't. No, because it cancels the effects of the event if it's a treachery. So no. So yeah, it would have to trigger before I resolve this event. So I start by discarding the top card of the encounter deck and hoping it's not a treachery. It is a treachery, so counterspell is going to trigger. So cancel the effects of the event, discard my hand, and discard counterspell. So everything's gone. Okay, so we're starting from scratch. Okay, that's great. Fantastic. Okay, well, I guess we need to quest now. So let's just go ahead and quest here. I guess we do want to put a hero on the quest, so let's put Elladan on the quest for now. So we get that 4 free progress, and we pull this up, put the top enemy in the encounter discard pile into play, engaged with the first player. So let's look. There is no enemy, so then this just surges. And the mountain's roots X is the number of players in the game. That's it. That's perfectly fine. So that's one threat. So we're getting, or I can put a threat there. Okay. We're getting 5 progress. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then another 4 for having a hero questing. And then we can go to the mountain's roots. Okay. So now we can grab our salvage supplies again. With Elrohir. And immediately play it. And give it to actually, no, okay, let's use Galadriel first to draw our card. Use our salvage supplies, I guess. Just put it on Elladan. And then new round. Okay. And Galadriel reduced our threat. And we got another Vigilant Guard, which kind of sucks. Oh, no! See, these are the things you find out on the first time you play a deck. Or maybe you don't. Maybe I'm just dumb. Yeah, so basically, I can't put this on anybody. Except Honor Guard. I can put Vigilant Guard on Honor Guard, which wouldn't be the worst thing, actually. That's not the worst thing in the world to do that. It's not great. But if I got nothing else to do, probably discard one of these for my Wandering Exile. But yeah, so not great, but oh well. So I guess let's go ahead and quest. We don't need to quest much. I don't necessarily want to get past this too fast. So let's just go with these 8 here at the bottom, and we have a Goblin Swordsman. So we're going to get 3 progress, so it's 1 here and 2 on the quest. And then we're going to pull this Swordsman down here. Now, Elrohir has +2 defense, so he has 3 defense. We're going to deal a shadow card here. Goblin Swordsman has 3 attack, so no damage is dealt. I'm going to use a resource. Use a resource to ready Elrohir. And now I have... I don't need to, though, actually. Never mind. Because I can just kill him with Elladan. Done. Okay. We're going to do our salvage supplies with Honor Guard and immediately play it on Elladan and use Galadriel for our card and our threat reduction. And we are done the round. New round. Okay. There's Arwen. That's not bad. And then Elrond's Council, which we don't need yet. We're going to put Vigilant Guard on Honor Guard. Now he has 5 hit points, and when another character would be assigned any amount of damage, place 1 of that damage on attached character instead. So essentially, he's going to be able to cancel 2 points of damage up to, 4 times or whatever. Now, okay, so let's quest with Arwen. She doesn't exhaust. Quest, and quest. Do we want that much? No, probably not. Let's pull a Wandering Exile off of the quest and go with that. Second hall. So we're getting 0 progress while it's the active location. After a character leaves play, reveal 1 card from the encounter deck and add it to the staging area. So, oh, and also Elrohir will permanently have this +1 defense from Arwen, which is going to be there. So now he has 4 defense. Second hall, so we make no progress, we travel to second hall, then we're gonna grab our salvage supplies, play it on Elladan, and then grab our card for Galadriel, new round, and Galadriel is reducing our threat again. Okay. Now we've got some more good tech here. Got an armored destrier. That's going to go on to Elrohir. And then I'm going to be able to play this Gandalf once things really heat up. No pun intended. So we're going to quest with Arwen, putting her defense on Elrohir. And we're going to quest... maybe... Whoops. Maybe we should try and quest it out this time. Oh wait, she's exhausted. Because if we... We could commit Elladan. Let's... Do we want to quest it out? I don't remember even if we... I don't even remember if we want to. Man. Okay, let's put Elladan... Whoops. Let's put Elladan on the quest. Oops. See what happens. See what happens. We might not even quest it out. We'll see. You know what we pull. Okay, each enemy gets plus X threat. X the number of players in the game. Okay. So there's 2 threat there. 4 threat here. 6 threat. We get 4 progress. So that's gonna get past this location. Plus another 2 progress on the quest. Plus then we get 4 progress for having a hero. So that's gonna complete this stage. We go to the last stage. There's a crumbling pile of boulders on the edge of a teetering cliff, and it gives you a sudden idea. There are chasms and pits along the path you are traveling, and perhaps a well-timed rock slide could send the Balrog down to the depths below. Okay, so when revealed, Durin's Bane makes an immediate attack on the first player. Add Dark Pit to the staging area. Players cannot win the game while Durin's Bane is in play. If Durin's Bane leaves play by the effect on Dark Pit, the players have won the game. So, while Dark Pit is the active location, it gains refresh action, exhausts X characters, maximum 3 you control to discard the top X cards of your deck. If all discarded cards have a higher combined printed cost than the remaining hit points of Durin's Bane, discard Durin's Bane from play. So, we take an immediate attack from Durin's Bane, which is going to be on Elrohir. He has 4 defense. And then after he defends against an attack, there is no enemy engaged with me. So I'm going to instead use his ability to ready him. So we deal a shadow card to Durin's Bane for this attack. And then we've got our Honor Guard here ready to take some damage. So then we're going to exhaust Honor Guard to cancel 1 point of the damage dealt to Elrohir and put 1 of them on Honor Guard for this Vigilant Guard. That's actually a kind of a neat combo. I don't mind that, actually. That's not bad. The Vigilant Guard with the Honor Guard. It's a little pricey, but it's okay. It works. Okay. So we don't want to go to Dark Pit yet. It's not adding any threat to the staging area, and I don't want to quest out of it, and I won't be able to do it this turn. I don't think. It's highly doubtful. I don't even know if I will be able to do it at all. Like, what's my total attack strength here? 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. So, well, I'll be able to do it. I can put up to 6 damage on him during a turn. We just need to now not reduce our threat. So then what we'll do... See, I don't think we can use Galadriel after the combat phase, but before we raise our threat. I don't think there's a... Oh, I want the FAQ. I want the rule book. Where's that? There we go. Oh yeah, there's a... Oh, wait, no, because that's at the end of the combat phase. And this triggers at the end of the combat phase. So now when we want our threat raised, we can't draw extra cards. Oh, we do still need to do this Orc Drummer, though, so we gotta take him. We don't have to, but we will. I guess technically Durin's Bane would have had a threat, but we would have still made it past. So I'm gonna need 4 attack. Yeah, so I'm just gonna... yeah, I have to just defend with Elrohir. I'll use the Armored Destrier to ready him. It's 1 attack. Boom. Easily tanked, and I've got 2/4 attack there. Okay, then you know what? At the end of the round, instead of using her to draw a card, I'll grab my salvage supplies with her, and then I'll use that and give Elrohir an extra resource, and then we'll go into a new round. And I got another Gandalf, which is good. Is he immune to player card effects? He's not immune to player card effects. Nice. Okay, so Gandalf is gonna deal 4 damage to him. I think we're gonna take 2 turns to take him down, but we'll definitely take him down here. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play out a Gandalf. Now we're going to immediately deal 4 damage to Durin's Bane. Now remember, he's regenerate 3, so we're going to have to regenerate 3, or he's going to heal 3 each round as well. So that kind of sucks, but oh well. Now we are going to commit to the quest. Now we don't really need to quest. At least not much. So we're going to quest with Arwen because we want our bonus defense. We're going to quest with these handmaidens because they can't attack. So we're getting 2 progress, and that's really all we need. Yeah. So we're going to do that. Even if we raise our threat a little bit, we don't mind because we want to be engaged with Durin's Bane right now. Okay, and we don't raise our threat. So we've got this swordsman we got to deal with now. We get 1 progress. Now we are going to... Yeah, we may as well travel to Dark Pit. So we'll travel there, and then as a refresh action, we can trigger Dark Pit. Oh, we should have... Okay, so we can leave people open to do that. Okay, so then we're going to take the swordsman. Are we? No, we're going to leave him there. We don't need to take the swordsman. That's just distracting. Okay, well, that works then. So now he's engaged with me. So I'm going to deal him a shadow card. I'm going to defend with Elrohir at 4 defense. And then use a resource to ready him. Actually, no. I'm going to not use a resource. I'm going to use Armored Destrier to ready him. And flip this card, and we're good. So then Honor Guard is going to soak 1 damage and 2 damage. Now we can attack Durin's Bane. So this is going to be 2, 5, and we can ready Elladan after he attacks. So 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're going to put 10 damage on Durin's Bane, bringing him up to 14. No, I guess we didn't need to ready Elladan because we can't get... I mean, we technically can get 13 cost, but very unlikely. So then we're going to... Yeah, we're not going to ready Elladan after he attacks. And then at the end of the round, we're going to, soak up that 1 extra threat and draw a card with Galadriel. And we're going to go into a new round. And we've got an Ancestral Armor. That's perfect. So now our poor little Honor Guard doesn't have to soak up all this damage. Oh, wait, no, we can't. Oh, see? Run into all these things. He's already got too many restricted attachments. Leadership or noble? My honor guard was noble. Oh, Gandalf discarded from play too. Okay, well, we're not gonna do ancestral armor then. We kind of need the resources anyway. We could play a veteran sword elf, but it's gonna be more beneficial to keep our resources. There we go. So we're gonna do that to trigger Elladan and Elrohir's abilities. Regenerate 3 on the Balrog. Just gonna bring him to 11, but then we're gonna deal him 4 damage again with Gandalf. And now we're going to quest, I think. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so let's quest with Handmaiden, Arwen. Maybe that's it, because we'll take some threat. I don't mind that, and then we can leave some characters open to trigger this Dark Pit. Okay, Doomed 1. Reveal X additional encounter cards. X is the number of players in the game, so we're going to add 1 more. Top play enemy in the encounter discard pile into play engaged with the first player. So that's going to be this Orc Drummer. He's not in the staging area, so he's not adding threat. We're going to get rid of this. And now we will take 1 threat for questing unsuccessfully. And then we're going to deal shadow cards. We're going to take the Orc Drummer attack with Elrohir, then use Armored Destrier to ready him and discard the shadow card from Durin's Bane, which didn't have a shadow effect, but that's okay. And then now we're going to defend with Elrohir on Durin's Bane, soak that damage with Honor Guard. He shows he's dead, but he has 2 extra hit points. And then ready him with his effect. And now we're going to attack with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ready him. 12, 13 attack. So again, another 10 damage. Brings us up to 25 on Durin's Bane. And then at the end of as a refresh action, we are going to do this Dark Pit. We're going to exhaust Elladan, Galadriel, and Galadriel's Handmaiden to discard the top 3 cards of my deck. And if they have if their combined cost is higher than 2, then we discard Durin's Bane from play. So first card is going to be 3. So already, yeah, 5, 6. So 6 total. So that is going to discard Durin's Bane from play. And if Durin's Bane leaves play by the effect on Dark Pit, the players have won the game. Boom. Won the game. So there's a win there. And there's an example of just really how effective, I guess, how effective a deck can be against certain quests. Because this deck would not have been very good against a lot of quests. But this one was built specifically with Shadow and Flame in mind. And honestly, it crushed this quest. Like, it took us a while, but we eventually made it there and just annihilated this quest. There was no, oh, we were close. Like, there was no question about who won that one. So, just an example of, I guess, what can be done. Especially, like, Shadow and Flame is a quest that's made to be built against. Like, yeah. And if you don't build for Shadow and Flame, it's a brutal quest. But if you do, it's not very hard actually. Because basically and building for Shadow and Flame, really what that looks like is just make sure you can reduce your threat 1 every turn and have a couple cards, just in case you get a doomed or something off the top of the deck. Have a couple cards like Elrond's Council in there to bring you right back to 0, because then you get as much time as you want to build up, really. As long as you can just keep reducing your threat by 1, and just not take any attacks off the Balrog until you want to. So, really quite easy, actually. It was a lot easier than I remembered it being. And that's probably just because, yeah, I was built ready for this quest. Like, that's what this deck was supposed to do. It was supposed to beat this quest. It did, as you can see, with quite easily beat this quest. So, anyway, that's the end of our second breakfast for today. Yeah, it was a good one. It was pretty easy. I didn't think this deck would work, but it actually it pulled it off pretty well. But it was definitely tailored specifically for this quest. Yeah. Other than that, I guess. Oh yeah, I do want to mention this second breakfast, this card talk second breakfast promo card. It didn't. I wasn't able to give away very many copies at all. Throughout the last uh from the last video, I wasn't able to give out very many copies, and I want to get this card into people's hands, so I'm gonna make it even easier and less work for you to get this promo card. And instead of asking you to build a whole deck and participate in the challenge and put that deck into our Discord, I'm just gonna say, you know what? Join our Discord, reach out to me, ask, you know what, can I have this, or can I get the promo card? Either direct message me or put that into the second breakfast channel, and I'll see that. I'll respond to you. I'll get your address, and I'll send you this second breakfast promo card, because I really want to get this card out into players' hands. I think it's a really neat alt art card, and maybe an interesting hero as well. If you haven't seen the card, I won't have any with me here at the moment, but if you haven't seen the card, go and check out the last Second Breakfast video I recorded. It's tagged with giveaway in the title there, and that one will have that card there featured in that video. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out, and then go to our link, join our Discord, and just send me a little message saying that I would like to have this card, and I will get back to you, and I'll send you a copy of it, because I really want people to be able to play with this card. I think that's everything for today. Yeah, I guess in 2 weeks from now I should be back at it. Ooh, maybe not. Might not see you in 2 weeks. Might be a month again. I'm gonna be really busy in 2 weeks. So it might be another month gap, but we will see you then. So as always, just keep playing with cards and experimenting and stuff, and we will see you with the next one. Bye.